Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to be talking about some common math functions you can use to solve the Coderbyte challenges. So to get started, I'll just talk about the basic math module in Ruby. So to call the math functions from the math module, you just call math, and then you have some basic functions within this module, and then you have some trigonometry functions. So you have something like tan. You can call the tangent on a number. So the tangent of 8 is negative 6.7. You have sine, cosine, etc. Some useful functions within this module are square root. So you can take the square root of a number. So the square root of 8 is 2.8. The square root of 16 will be 4.0. You can also use the log function, which can come in use for some of the challenges. So we can do log base 2 of 16, which is also 4. We can do log base 10. Yeah, so I'll post a link to some of the common math functions you can use. But the more important functions I want to go over come from the numeric base class in Ruby. So instead of calling functions from the math module, you can just call these functions directly on a number. So a common function you may need to use is round. So you can use num.round. You just call it directly on the number. So num.round 16.5 will round it up to 17. 16.2 rounds it down to 16. Some other useful functions that you can use for the challenges, you have the integer function. So this will return true or false. So in this case we get false because 16.2 is not an integer. If we do 16, we get true. So integer, then you have 0. You can return true or false depending on if it's 0. So you get 0. So true or false. Some other ones, so I showed round, integer, 0. Then you have common ones like floor and ceiling. So you can just round it down or up. So you can do 4.9. And if you do the floor, you get 4. Ceiling rounds it up, so you get 5. And then you can convert. So you can convert a number to an integer. So we can do 2int. So now we get 4.9567. And this will just convert it to 4. And then I showed you round before, but you can also round to a certain number of decimal points. So we could do round 4. And now we get 4.9568. So it'll actually round it to 4 decimal points. So this 5 rounds the 7 up. And so we get 9578 as the output. 9568, sorry. Yeah, and so you also have, so in some languages, in like JavaScript and Python, the absolute function could be built in, or it's in the math module. But in this case, we have math.number.absolute. And so here we just get the absolute value. So if we do something like 5, we get 5. If we do negative 5, we get 5. So if you wanted to get the absolute value of a number, this is how you can do it. If you want to get the square root of a number, you would have to do square root of number like I showed before. So I'll post a link to both lists, some functions you can call directly on numbers and some that are part of the math module. And in the next video, I'll go over the module function and how you can solve this time convert challenge using that.